Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to do a sticky navigation tutorial, just as you can see in here in this website. Look how does it look like. I'm just scrolling down, and then when I reach that point, the navigation bar gets sticky at the top. Going to show you one more time. I'm just scrolling down, and then it gets sticky in there. So this tutorial was actually requested by one of my students, Rob, from UK. So Rob, if you are watching this, you sent me this website and you were asking me before, how you could do this. So yeah, I'm making a tutorial, not just for yourself, but for everyone out there that you want to achieve like this kind of effect. I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, if you guys want to become as well one of my students, I have a link down below with my email. So just send me an email, and yeah, we can talk from there. I have a video explaining everything, like how my mentorship works and how much does it cost. So yeah, just drop me an email if you guys are interested. And yeah, let's start with this. All right, so I'm going to start in here with the index.html page. I'm using the Visual Studio Code as my code editor. So I'm going to start with this template. It's pretty simple. And okay, I'm going to start with a div with a class of header. I want to have a header. I want to have a navigation bar. So I'm going to create a div with the ID of navbar. Okay, and I want to have a div with a class of content. Okay, right. So first of all, I'm going to start with my header. So I'm going here to my main.css. So this is my folder where I have an index.html page. I have a folder in here for the CSS called main.css, and I have a JS folder with a script.js. It's also empty. So let me just reference my CSS to make sure it's working. So this one is inside of the CSS folder with the name main.css, and I need to reference my script src, so is inside of the folder JS with the name script.js. This time I'm just going to use plain JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript, because I hear a lot of you guys complaining, oh Telmo, you are using all the time jQuery, we want to learn vanilla JavaScript. Alright, I'm going to do it with vanilla JavaScript. It's basically the same, but I'm going to do it in vanilla JavaScript because you guys are asking all the time. All right, so we got this one. So this is my script.js. I'm just going to do a console.log hello Telmo, just to make sure it's working. And on my main.css, I'm going to grab the body and I'm going to give it a background color of green, just to make sure it's working, all right, so I saved this. So let me go in here and open my file. So background color is green, it's good. Let's open the developer tools. You can press the F12 on your keyboard or right click with the mouse and do inspect, and you can open this small tab in here, the developer tools, and go to console, and I can see hello Telmo. So script is linked to the index.html, so it's fine, and the CSS as well. So we can go from here now. All right, so I want my div with the ID header. Just get rid of these. And first of all, I'm going to do what I do in all my files. I want to give a margin of 0 to all my elements and a padding of 0 to all my elements. This is because sometimes elements like paragraphs, divs, or whatever, or H1 titles, H2, they have some paddings and margins by default, and I just want to get rid of it and give my own values, So I'm going to give it also a box sizing, border box sizing border box. I did a couple of tutorials explaining how the box sizing works, so if you guys watch my previous videos. Right, okay. So what I want to do now, I want to grab my div with a ID of header, and I want to give it a height because it's going to be empty, so I want to force it the height so we can see it. I'm going to actually take this off just for you guys to see. I'm going to give it a background image of URL, and I'm going to put this one. And what image I'm going to choose? Let me see. Maybe I'm going to choose this one from the beach this time. Okay, so I need to put a // This is because we are working at the moment in this main.css file where we are writing this code at the moment, and the // it means, okay, we are in this folder now and we need to go up one level. So we go up one level with a // and then I want to get inside of the image folder, and then / again, and then I'm going to put beach.jpg. All right, so if I refresh my page, it's completely empty. Okay, that's because my div with the ID of header is completely empty and there is nothing inside. But I can force it a height. Let's force it a height of, for example, 50 VH, not sure. So 50 VH, I explained, if you guys watch my previous video of the parallax effect, VH, it means it's going to be your viewport, you know, the height of your browser. So I'm going to refresh, look, we can have this image and it's taking only 50% of the height of the browser. Okay, so this is fine. And I actually want to have a background size. Let's try background size. I want contain. This is just to make sure we can see the whole image. I don't want it to be repeated. So background repeat, no repeat. Let's see, but then we have this space in here. So let's put, instead of contain, let's put it cover. So it's going to fill up everything. Okay, so right, now it's looking better. Okay, now I want to get this navbar. All right, so inside of this navbar, I'm going to put, for example, a UL and li times 4. Let's say 4. So in here I'm going to write down menu 1, menu 2, menu 3, menu 4. Okay, and then I also want to have yeah, this is fine, just to show. Okay, okay, let's see how does it look like. So we got this one in here. I want my UL inside of the navbar. Navbar, let me see if it's like this. Yeah, navbar UL. I think is this list style none. This is to remove the bullets, and then I want the li to be a display inline block. So this is just, oops, I put this with capitals. Inline block. Okay. Oops. Let me refresh. Okay, so now they are all horizontal. That's fine. Also, I want my navbar to have a background color of, let's say, gray for now. I'm going to change it soon, but okay, so we can see it's gray. I want as well to have a padding on the top of 20 pixels. I'm gonna put just a general one. So 15 pixels top and bottom, and 20 pixels right and left. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Okay, so we got this one, and now we need to actually go in here and just add some content to the page. So I'm going to put in here a H1, and this is a sticky navigation tutorial. Okay, and I'm going to put after some P with some lorem text. I'm going to copy these a couple of times. Okay, let's refresh the page again. Yeah, that looks good. So I need actually to add a bit more text inside. So for that, I'm just going to copy this one again, and I'm going to put it in here. Let's refresh. Yeah, almost. So oops, I need to do it one more time actually. So I'm gonna do this. This is just so we can scroll down and have some content, you know. Okay, now the scrolling is fine. Right. Okay, so we need now to go to our JavaScript file, and in here I'm actually gonna do something like this. I'm gonna create a variable called navbar, and I'm going to access it by doing this document. So I'm creating a variable called navbar, and I'm going to target it with JavaScript doing document.getElementById, and the ID is navbar. Okay, if you look in here, this is my navigation bar with the ID navbar. That's what I'm targeting with vanilla JavaScript. Document.getElementById navbar. So this means we are going to target that element, and we are giving it to this variable called navbar. And now I'm going to create another variable called let sticky. So sticky is going to be equals to our navbar, which is our element that we just grabbed in here from before, and we're going to say offset top. Okay. So if you guys watched my previous video on the parallax tutorial, you can see that I'm actually in this situation, I'm just using vanilla JavaScript, but it's going to be the same like the last tutorial I did with jQuery. So we are going to get the position from the top, you know, the distance from the top. For that, I'm going to do in here a console.log, and I'm going to put in here this variable sticky. Okay. So let's go in here and let me refresh the page, and now look, there is a number in here, 460. So this is the distance from the top that we have in here until the top of our navigation bar that we just created. So we know, okay, when I'm scrolling down, now we can target this actually, you know. Whenever we scroll down and we hit a position that is going to be greater than 460, because for example, if I'm going down, this is 460 in there on the top. If I'm going to scroll down, this is going to be 470, 480, whatever. If this is going to be bigger than this number, we want to put a fixed position on this navigation bar. Okay? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to create a function called check position. Okay, and I'm gonna do a if-else statement. So if window dot page y offset is bigger or equals to sticky. So basically what I'm doing in here is, look, if you watch the last like I said, the last tutorial on the parallax effects, I was using before jQuery. Now I'm using just vanilla JavaScript. I'm getting the window object, and I'm going to get the page y offset. So it's going to track wherever we are. So let me go back in here. So in here we already tracked this value from the top. In here is 460. You see, I put in here this console.log. And whenever we are scrolling down with our window, we can check the position that we are at the moment using this command in here, this window.pagey offset. So in here, look, let me just do a quickly console.log. Console. No, I'm gonna do after. So basically, when I'm scrolling down, in here we are getting a position, and this position is going to be the distance from the top. So in here can be, for example, 10, 20, 30, because we are scrolling down. So this is the distance that we are until the top. And if, for example, look, in here we are scrolling, we're going to hit this position 460 that we calculated before. But if we are going down here, it's going to be bigger than this. So if the window.page offset is going to be bigger than sticky, that number that we just calculated in here, the position from the navigation bar, we are going to do something. If not, we're going to do something else. So what I want to do is, if we pass that point, I want to give it a class to my navigation bar to make it sticky, you know, so it gets fixed on the page. So for that, I'm going to access my navbar dot add class. So class list dot add. So this is, we are accessing our variable navbar that we created in here, and basically this is targeting our navigation bar. Yeah, our navigation bar, and I'm giving it a class list add. So I'm adding a class on it, and I'm going to give it this class, fix my nav. This class, it doesn't exist at the moment, but we are going to create it now. Okay, so let's go in here, and I'm going to target, so I'm going to create this class. So fix, I think was this that I call it, fix my nav. I want it to have a position fixed, and I want to be on the top of the screen, so top 0, and I want to have a width of 100% of the page. Right, let's test this out. Let's go, let's scroll down. Oh, nothing happened. Let's see what's wrong. That's because we still didn't make this function to run, because we just created a function, but we actually never called it. So we're going to do this window.scroll. So basically what this does is, whenever we are scrolling down on our window, this is the window object that we can access with JavaScript, and we do the method .scroll. Whenever we are scrolling on the page, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a function, and then I'm going to call this function that we just created. So now, whenever we are scrolling on the page, we should actually make this function trigger, you know. Let's try it out now. refresh the page, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Oh, it still didn't work. Let me see. Ah, okay, I know now what I did wrong. I need to put in here on scroll. I think it's like this. So let me just refresh the page. So now if I go in here and I scroll, 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 if we hit that point and it's going to be bigger, bam, look, now it gets sticky. But look, now if we are going up, it's still in there, and this is not what we want. Let me just refresh and see if this is looking good actually or not. Scrolling, scrolling. Oh, there is a small jump in there. That's because, okay, we don't want that. So maybe we can give a padding in here. Let's say, so we have this one, yeah. All right, so let me check first of all the height of our div with a navigation bar. So we have a height of 48 pixels. So if this is 48 pixels, I'm going in here to my main.css and I'm going to go in this. So I'm going to put a plus content. So basically this is saying that I'm going to grab my fixed navigation bar, and the next element next to it, this is what the plus means, the next element next to it called content. So this is our div with the navigation bar, and it's going to be added a class in here, and then after this is the content. I want to give it a padding on the top of 48 pixels. It was the height of the navigation bar, because that once an element gets fixed on the page, it gets out of the normal layout. That's why there is that jump, you know. Let me refresh. Let's go back again. Scroll, 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 scroll. Bam! Now it's really smooth. Let's go again. Let's go, let's go. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Look how smooth it's going to be. Bam! It got sticky. But now, if we are trying to go up, it's still sticky. This is not what we want. So we go in here to our script.js, and when it says in here, if window.pagey offset is bigger than sticky, we're going to put this. But if not, else, let me remove this. I'm going to do navbar dot class list dot remove, and I'm gonna remove this class in here that we have, because this class is making it sticky, you know, fix my nav. All right, so let's refresh the page, and let me go. Scrolling. Oh, it gets sticky. Let's go up now. Let's go up. And now it's staying on the same place. And let's try again. It's sticky, sticky, sticky. And if we are going up, it stays on the same place. So basically that's it, guys. You know, it was quite simple, and you got all the code in here, and I hope you guys could understand it and you find this useful. So yeah, this is the tutorial for you, Rob, as you've been asking. And yeah, guys, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Let me know in the comments down below if anything was not really clear or anything, and I'll get back to you. So yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.